Carlos Mendoza just dropped the pitching rotation for the New York Mets. And to me, it's a bit of a shocker. We're going to break it down next on MetCast.
Emerges healthy after the start, then
there's a good chance he'll pitch game 3.
And in that case, Blackboard in the bullpen, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And there'll be, a million things can happen, but once you get to that longer stretch in April with no days off.
100%. Yeah. So that's why, whoever goes to the bullpen, the thinking behind it is we're going to have to keep these guys stretched out because we're going to need them to make starts. And that's, after we get through the off days early in the calendar. So
when Canning emerges healthy after the start, then
there's a good chance he'll pitch game 3.
So there you have it, Mets fans. The starting rotation may not be what you expected coming into the season. We're going to have number 1, Clay Holmes starting opening day. Number 2, Tylor Megill, who's going to get the number 2 position. A little surprise to us, but again, this year, that means Tylor Megill will most likely be pitching the home opener after the Marlins series. Then you have number 3 spot, Griffin Canning, David Peterson, then Kodai Senga. I'm a little surprised by this. I would have thought that the number 2 slot would have gone to Senga, although I know he's coming back from injury. But David Peterson, who's been lights out, is in the 4 spot. Maybe it has something to do with off days. We see the dominant spring that David Peterson has had. It's a little bit interesting. And then you see, it looks like Paul Blackburn, which we all suspected is going to be starting the season in the bullpen, probably alongside Jose Butto, who was the long man last year. Now you have a second long man, but I think that the New York Mets are going to be elevating Jose Butto into a bigger role this season. I know he's the guy that kind of pitches like 2 or 3 innings at a time. We've had that in the past, and maybe he could pitch the 5th and 6th innings at a time. And Blackburn will be more of a spot starter type of guy. I'm okay with the Clay Holmes starting opening day. We've known that for a while, but let me know what your guys' thoughts are in the comments section. Tylor Megill as the number 2 in the rotation. It's almost like the New York Mets are flipping this entire rotation. I would have thought that Griffin Canning would have gone even after Kodai Senga, and flip the rotation around. If you were to ask me, I would have been okay with Clay Holmes number 1. Then it would be 2 Senga, 3 Peterson, or you could flip-flop those 2 guys. But maybe the Mets like the matchups a little bit better. But Tylor Megill is going to be your starter opening day. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Without Sean Manaea, obviously he is this team's ace. He would probably be going opening day, but I still can't get it through my head. How is David Peterson or Kodai Senga not 1 and 2 or 2 and 3? Griffin Canning, who got released last year and had no interest from any teams picking him up on the major league level, is going to be your 3rd starter. But then again, it is the pitching lab. It's David Stearns. I trust him. We saw what he did, obviously, last year with Sean Manaea and Luis Severino. Do you guys trust David Stearns? Let me know if you trust him, because I think we have to. This lineup is supposedly stacked. That's what everybody in baseball says. You look at MLB releases their top 30 lineups, and the New York Mets came in at number 2. We're going to need this lineup to hit early. The days of Francisco Lindor getting off to these awful starts in April cannot happen. We're going to have to score runs. You're facing the Astros right away. Obviously, the Marlins are not projected to be a good team. There's a chance you might see Sandy Alcantara in that series, which they will be showcasing him for a deadline trade. I think they've already made that well known that he's going to have an innings limit, a pitch limit. So that's what's going on with that. Maybe with Houston, maybe the matchups are better, but I don't know. It's really interesting. Why is David Peterson and Kodai Senga at the back end of this rotation? I would like to get some clarification from the New York Mets front office, because I know a lot of people say, well, at the end of the day, after the first rotation, the pitching matchups don't really matter because there's off days. But for me, it's almost like the lineup. You put your best hitter number 2, you pitch your second best hitter, typically number 3, unless you have a great in Francisco Lindor. And it should be the same thing with a pitching rotation, because at the end of the day, when you're getting into the latter part of the season, you want them to have that extra start or 2 because they're at the top of the rotation. But again, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Are you okay with this? Do you trust David Stearns? Let me know. I'll keep bringing you all the breaking news Mets content. Make sure to like and subscribe to this video. And if you're really enjoying it, share it with a friend. That's the best way to help the channel grow. As always, let's go Mets. Peace.